English teenager Oliver Bearman will become the youngest British F1 racer in history by making his shock debut for Ferrari at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix this weekend. The 18-year-old took part in qualifying, replacing Carlos Sainz, who has gone down with appendicitis. Ollie Bearman came within 0.036 seconds of making Q in his first ever Formula One qualifying. The 18-year-old will take part in qualifying tomorrow, replacing Carlos Sainz, who has gone down with appendicitis. Bearman will become the youngest British Formula One competitor, and also the 12th Briton to drive for Ferrari and the first Englishman since Nigel Mansell in 1990. The 6'3" teenager, from Chelmsford in Essex, currently drives in Formula 2 and is Ferrari's reserve driver. He previously made history last October as the youngest British driver to take part in a Formula 1 session, a free practice session at the Mexican Grand Prix, when he was loaned by Ferrari to Haas. The official F1 account on X posted, "Ollie Bearman's F1 dream is set to come true." The tweet was accompanied by a photo of Bearman from 2014, when he was 8, and another of him now. Bearman won both the ADAC Formula 4 and Italian Formula 4 titles in 2021, then came third, only 7 points off champion Victor Martins, in his debut Formula 3 campaign in 2022. His latest breakthrough comes as Ferrari today posted a statement on X, formerly Twitter, confirming Sainz's diagnosis. It has been a whirlwind 24 hours for Bearman, who only yesterday captured pole position for the F2 race in Jeddah, but will now be in the F Grand Prix instead. Ferrari's post said, "Carlos Sainz has been diagnosed with appendicitis and will require surgery. As from FP3 and for the rest of this weekend, he will be replaced by reserve driver Oliver Bearman. Oliver will therefore take no further part in this round of the F Championship." The Ferrari family wishes Carlos a speedy recovery. Sainz, who finished 7th in FP2 on Thursday, admitted that he had been struggling at the end of the day. He said, "Obviously a very difficult day after feeling sick. The last 24 hours have been tough and difficult for me. Today was all about trying to get myself on track and learn as much as possible from the car without really pushing too much the limits, as I was still a bit on the non-ideal side. But we managed to complete the program without issues." Sainz, who will be leaving Ferrari at the end of the season with Mercedes driver Lewis Hamilton taking his seat next year, finished third in the season opener in Bahrain, behind the two Red Bull drivers, Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez. Sainz was also the last driver to beat the Red Bull cars and take the checkered flag at the Singapore Grand Prix last year. Ferrari did not say when he would return, with the next race on the calendar being the Australian Grand Prix in 2 weeks' time. Alex Albon also had appendicitis ahead of the Italian Grand Prix in 2022, which saw Nick de Vries take his place in the Williams car, but the Thai driver returned for the following race in Singapore. Who is Oliver Bearman? While Bearman had previously appeared in free practice 1 sessions for Haas in 2023, the event in Jeddah will mark his first F Grand Prix. This is pressure in itself, but for an 18-year-old rookie to make their debut with Ferrari is perhaps all the more daunting. Bearman, though, has impressed many en route to this moment. Here we take a look at the story of his career so far. Born on May 8, 2005 in Chelmsford, Essex, incidentally the same day that Fernando Alonso, who he will share the grid with in Jeddah, finished second in the Spanish Grand Prix. Bearman's path in motorsport started with karting when he was 8 years old. The youngster finished in the top 5 of the British Karting GP within his first year, and from there moved up the ranks, claiming multiple titles along the way before his progression continued with the step up to single-seater racing in 2020. Bearman competed in the ADAC F4 and the Italian F Championships that year, and he scored a win in each category as well as some podiums. After switching from the US racing squad to Van Amersfoort Racing for the 2021 campaigns, Bearman impressively won both titles, clinching a total of 17 victories along the way. It was at the end of 2021 that Bearman became a member of the Ferrari Driver Academy, before making his Formula 3 debut in 2022 with Prem Racing. While the rookie initially crossed the line in P1 during his first race in Bahrain, a 5-second track limits penalty dropped him back to second, handing the win to Isaac Hadjar. Despite this, Bearman scored some promising results as the campaign progressed before taking his first win in Belgium. While his chances of winning the championship looked slim heading into the season finale at Monza, Bearman didn't give up and fought a close battle with Zane Maloney and Victor Martins in the feature race. Martins ultimately took the crown, while Bearman ended his debut F3 season in third place. This was enough to earn him a call-up to Formula 2 for 2023. F2 and debut Formula 1 appearance. Remaining with Prema, Bearman enjoyed a strong first campaign in F2. The teenager took both the sprint and feature race victories in Baku, and sealed further wins in Barcelona and Monza. He finished the year with 6th place in the driver's standings. This was not Bearman's only achievement in 2023, though. In October, the Briton was given his first experience of getting behind the wheel of an F1 car when he tested a 2021 spec Ferrari at Fiorano in Italy. It proved to be an emotional moment for some, with Bearman saying after completing 400 kilometers on track, "My mum and dad came. My mum said she cried when I left the pits, which was quite funny. It's nice to have them here. They've been with me through my whole journey so far. And this is a big milestone. The first F1 test. So it's really nice." The mileage allowed Bearman to participate in 2 FP1 sessions for Haas in the latter stages of the 2023 phone season, with the young driver given his debut F1 weekend running in Mexico before following this up with an outing in Abu Dhabi. Bearman's FP1 performances earned him acclaim from some onlookers, including Haas Ayao Komatsu, who was then acting as the team's trackside engineering director prior to his recent step up to team principal. Following his first appearance for the squad in Mexico, Komatsu said of Bearman, "I don't think you can fault him. He's done really well. All the way from the initial preparation, he's been very professional, very, very easy to deal with in every single process. I have nothing to complain." And then today, with the calmness, procedures he understood the objectives of every single run. He didn't put a foot wrong, really. Bearman also returned to action for Haas in the 2023 postseason test in Abu Dhabi. Just a few weeks later, the teenager was confirmed as a reserve driver for both Ferrari and Haas in 2024, a year in which he would also take part in his second F2 season. After coming away from the opening round of the 2024 Formula 2 campaign with no points, Bearman would undoubtedly have been feeling keen to make up for this at the second event on the calendar in Jeddah. He got things off to a good start by claiming pole position for the feature race on Thursday. However, the weekend took an unexpected turn, with Bearman then being called up to F1 to step in for an unwell Carlos Sainz at Ferrari ahead of FP3 on Friday morning. Despite having little time to prepare, the rookie driver appeared to handle his initial session well, ending in 10th place on the timing as he adjusted to the SF24.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on more inspiring stories from the world of sports.